Hello everyone, today we have new video review, and as you can see, this time we are going to talk about fresh release from ICM. It's a kit in 1/16 scale and it copies World War II assault engineer Sapper. So it's a part of their large scale figurines in a 1/16 scale, and kit number is 16013, and we have a commercial sample here, so it means you will get exactly the same stuff as what you will see in this box. And I would say that box art is quite self-descriptive. We get only one figure out of the box with all the necessary items and arms, and also the box size here is quite typical. Here you can see comparison with my hand. This is a commercial sample, so it means you will get exactly the same stuff as what you'll see in this video review, and we are going to open it together and check what is supplied here. So first of all, it will be important to say that there are 32 parts for assembly of this figure, and here on the sides we have only the name of the kit and maybe some information about the manufacturer here, as well as short information about the kit, like a parts count which I just announced. So the box is secured with the tape. It's a typical packaging for ICM, so I'm going to cut through right now and we will take a closer look at the parts which are supplied inside. So just give me a moment. And of course, if these seals are broken, it means somebody was opening the box before you, and it's a good chance to ask a question to seller, or maybe to check all the parts at least, so that everything is intact inside. Okay, so box is opened, and note that even though this is a thin box, we still have this color printed top section which is flexible, and then we have sturdy white cardboard box which is actually protecting all the parts inside. And if I open it, you can see that there is plenty of space inside, and I guess everything will arrive to you intact, just like in my case. So now I'm going to take this resealable plastic bag and we are going to open it together. So, okay. And of course, straight away you can notice that we have a original ICM figure stand included, so you can display this figure on the top. And first of all, I would like to show it because it's a universal accessory for this 1/16 scale, so that's why you might be familiar if you already built these figures. So here is the let's say main section. Maybe I'll zoom in a bit so that you can see it closer. And as you can see, it's already pre-shaped as a single piece part. You just have to add the top and bottom panels and you'll be good to go. And as for the panels, so here we get a choice between several versions of the top panel. So if I place it here, you can see what I'm talking about. And this is a really handy addition because it will help you replicate various surfaces, or you can just use the plain panel and replicate whatever you would like to, because here we have a World War II figure, so maybe some rubble will be looking good here, or maybe just let's say these stones, which are also fine for this figure. Okay, next we continue with the small gray sprue. Out of this kit here we get various armament and equipment, and I have to note that it looks quite impressive because let's not forget that this is a 1/16 scale plastic kit and you get all this stuff out of the box. This is not a resin, and still we get a really impressive machine gun. So as you can see, cooling jacket is molded separately and will have to be glued around the barrel. We also have the separate drum magazine, and also we have a water can. We have the special case for the pistol, and note that it is assembled out of two parts. We have one piece helmet, and even inside we have some features. So if I bring it closer, you can see it with your own eyes. We have some guiding elements as far as you can see for this gun pouch. And here inside for the machine gun, I do not see any guiding elements, but I guess it will be still easy to combine them together because it's just a matter of gluing them around this barrel, as I said before. And maybe if I bring it closer, here you can take a closer look with me. Okay. Next we continue with the figure parts. Obviously they are supplied on a larger frame, so maybe we will not zoom out for now. We will start with a close-up view. So note that the whole coat and also the body of this figure, they will be glued out of two halves, just like in any other 1.16 release from ICM, so be ready for this. And maybe we can check it straight away that there are no guiding elements whatsoever, so that's why it will be important to pay attention to the overall fitment of these parts, because it is quite crucial so that they fit naturally, you won't have any weird gaps and seams. And that's why I always say do not hurry with these figures, because as you can see, these external features, they look really nice. And again, I remind you that we are dealing with a standard plastic kit, so it's even better because you don't have to go for full resin set, which will be obviously more expensive in this size. The same applies to this head, because all the facial features, they look really impressive, and as you can see, it really deserves a careful painting done, because it will only bring out all the features on the face of this soldier. As for the external armor, it looks fine to me. Maybe some weathering will be good because it's metal obviously, so that's why maybe some scratches and other paint fading effects, they will look good here. Now we move on to this section. Here we have arms and legs. Note that these parts are molded as a single piece parts, so you basically just cut off the frame and place them on your figure. Again, it is quite important to treat the joints with the body parts, with the body sub-assembly, if we can call it so, because again you have to get the proper joint between them, and maybe it would be a wise idea to get rid of these lines here. So obviously they're not present on the real clothes, so that's why you have to take a note of such small things which are really influencing the overall perception of the figure build. And also these body parts, they are pre-shaped, there are no alternative versions whatsoever, so you have to keep it in mind. You won't be able to vary it much, and as you can see inside, we do not have any guiding elements again, which is rather strange for such large kit. I would be happy to get some guiding pins or maybe guiding tabs which will help you with a proper alignment, but note that the cutouts in the figure, they're shaped in such way that you have to place them in the right direction. You won't be able to place them in the wrong one, but I know some modders who are able to, and come on, we all did this at least once in our experience. And as for the assembly manual, this one comes as a separate brochure which is printed in color, and maybe I'll close the lenses and zoom out a bit. So here we have the parts map. As usual, ICM shows that all parts will be used because it's a 1/16 scale figure, that's why we install all this stuff on the soldier. And also here you can see the paint chart in several manufacturer designations. It's ICM, Revel and Tamiya paints. And if I flip it over, here you can see the marking guide, which is combined together with assembly manual, and I have to say that it's understandable, so you will be easy going with all these instructions here and there. I can see that you will have to add the strap to the machine gun, because obviously it is not added in the out of the box release. And of course you can also decide on the camouflage as far as you can see. And that's pretty much all the options. I'm just checking why the leg is written as C+E. I guess it's just the paint colors, so that you have to decide whether you would like to have it this way or the other way. So, of course, the reference material will be handy, and as for the whole figure, it should be already available. You can get it in Modelimex webshop. Of course, I will be happy to hear your opinion about such a release. Do not forget to write it here in the comment section below. If you like this video, press the like button and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And I will see you in the next video review as usual. Thank you for joining me today, and bye.